Amy is as real as my son Dekare's imaginary friend. His name's Jerry, and I have to look after him when my son is at school. Hi, and welcome to my very awkward intro. My name is Susan/Bambi, and this is Bambi's Rambles. How are we, friends? Are we good? That's good. And if you're not okay, that's okay too. Now, in today's video, we are going to do another creep show art video. This is why I said the never-ending story, because this story is never ending, and it gives me, like, I don't even know. You know, I've always said to you guys, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. These videos get me the views, so maybe I'm just making all these videos just to get the views. Guys, I am not at this point, because I have not made a video on every single thing that we could literally talk about with Gabbie Hanna. We will be talking about Gabbie Hanna again. Now, I have not wanted to do that. Now, now there's more. There is more, and it is juicy, and we are going to kind of react to it together. And I'm wondering if we can actually react to it together, because I am not very good at this whole technology thing, but I will try my best, and if it's a possibility, I can it'll be in the video. Now, I'm also going to link the channel down below, so we'll get into what the tea is, and I will link the channel down below. Anyway, now we have more tea. Now, we have voice memos that have been released. Voice messages that are from April, and they were sent to Camilla. Camilla has a YouTube channel. She has 7,000 subscribers. I suggest you guys go and subscribe. I will link their channel down below. Of course, all credit to them. These are voice memos they have released, not me. No credit here. I'm literally just reacting to it and sharing it with you guys. But go be sure to give some love, subscribe. Yeah, all that good, beautiful stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it. Now, the video is titled from Camilla. Dear Gabbie Hanna, Creepshow art is not your friend, the voice memos. So I'm going to start playing them now, and let's listen.
Her behind the scenes. That's it. That's why I really wanted to make this video, and it wouldn't leave me alone. So now I'm just gonna let you hear some of the voice memos so you can see what I'm talking about.
Gabbie is sitting on hours and hours and hours of content. And when she approached me, like last month, because she's had my number for at least like 6 months, I would say for like a couple weeks. I thought we were like actually friends, but
so she's had her phone number for 6 months. Is that what she said? 6 months, and they, for a few weeks there, she thought they were actually friends. Okay. Birds of a feather flock together? There's the tea, my friends. There's the tea. Now, I find that very bizarre in itself. And why would you think that you were friends? I would really like Gabbie to come out with some tea, because if she feels like they were friends, I feel like the creep show is the type of person that's just gonna go be like bitchy and go bitch to people. Who knows? Let's keep listening to see what we get out of this.
She was, you know, using me, which is fine. I don't know why I expected more of her, but essentially she reached out and she was just like, I'm making all these videos. I am going to be like doing like one and dones for every person who's kind of like fucked me over, because she was getting mad at me and mad at Ready to Glare and like everyone, because we hadn't made videos like defending her, but also she wasn't willing to like say it publicly. And so she gave me and Julia shit for not making videos on like the things she was telling us privately. And then she like went off on me again, and she was just like, this is after like she had threatened me, but like she went off on me and she was like, that doesn't make sense, you're just a coward, da, da, da. And I was just like, I literally stopped responding at that point, because what am I going to do?
So you kept, okay, so she came to you with information but didn't want you to share it, but wanted to have you and Ready to Glare go out and defend her. Then why did you go to her to ask her to destroy Ready to Glare? And she threatened you. Why is it that everyone always threatens you, Shannon? Why? Why? And why did she, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, correct me in the comments down below, but did she ever come out with a video saying Gabbie Hanna threatened her? And if Gabbie Hanna threatened her, and it was all this like fucked up stuff, then why did she keep talking to her? Oh, but when she called you a coward, you stopped talking to her. But did you stop talking to her because Nicholas Diorio says different? Anyway, keep going.
So that happened, and then like a couple weeks later, she reached out and was just like, I'm making all these videos, all this stuff, and I was like, okay, go ahead, like go off, girl boss, do whatever you want.
Girl boss.
And she sent me 3 of them. I have seen the one on Trisha Paytas, which is good. She didn't send me the one on David Dobrik. Now that I think about it, I forget the other 2. I have seen, I think, 3 out of the like 10. She says she has a 10 or 20, and they're like all hours long, and they're all fucking manic as shit, dude. Okay, so about the Jimmy stuff, because I was on Twitter when that happened, and I was slightly kind of involved, because essentially what happened was Gabbie talks to pretty much like me, Julia, or like she used to. So it was me, Julia, Jimmy, and I think there are a couple other people, because, well, she'll say she doesn't watch videos about herself, and I don't think she does, but she watches videos calling out people she doesn't like.
I don't believe she doesn't watch videos made on herself. I don't believe that. Like Gabbie, like I don't believe that she does that. I could be completely wrong though, but I don't think she does that. Okay, so she's seen 3 of the 10 or 20, and she said they were all manic. Okay then.
She reached out and we spoke for like 4 hours, because she essentially told me everything the first time I ever talked to her. She has no boundaries with people, and everything she says about herself online, she truly believes. She thinks no one...
She has no boundaries. So you sat on the phone to her for 4 hours. You think she's some manic so-and-so, but you sat on the phone to her for 4 hours and let her... I have no doubt that you let her fucking talk to you about all this shit. Yes, we know that Gabbie's mentally unstable. That is like a given. So you let her sit on the phone to you and rat and like fucking rage and all that sort of shit on the phone. And you had no fucking whatever to not fucking keep that. You go and tell this chick, and you probably went and told all your other mates, and the fucking Ashley's already come out and said that you told them about the rice gum one. Anyway.
No one believes her ever. No one cares about her ever. Everyone is just using her for clout, and everyone's using her for fame and success, and that like, she genuinely thinks that when people talk about her, that's all they're doing it for, and like, that's how she discounts all of their criticism. It's all...
Doesn't Shannon do that too? Oh my god, I thought she's talking about herself, mate.
Clout, it's all fake, it's all you want my attention. Granted, she does have a point with certain people, like Dustin Daly, who double backed on her because he like, it became popular to not like her, and so he said a bunch of shit, and him and his fiance fucking suck. I hate them. They're terrible people. Literally drugged people. But that's something I'm not allowed to talk about. But like,
what? Okay, she's literally talking about Dustin Daly and Nick Snyder, who are engaged. Love story for the ages, my friend. Talking about how like they're trash people, and like they flipped on her because it was cool to flip on her. I want more of that tea. Come back, Shannon. I need more of that tea. I'm not a fan of Dustin Daly, by the way, just so people know. Not a big fan. And not a big fan of Nick Snyder either. Not a big fan at all. A side note, Dustin Daly's trying his hand at true crime content again. So I wish you luck, my friend. I wish you luck. So she's saying she can't talk about it, but she's talking about it. Oh, this girl has never kept a secret in her life, has she?
With a lot, and she genuinely thinks this of herself. So she reached out to like me, and I know Julie.
Why are people surprised that Gabby actually thinks this of herself? Like, that chick has full conviction when she goes ham on the things she goes ham on. She is full, like, she is convinced in every aspect of the word, in everything. She is convinced. Why would anyone think any different? You know, I have a Spider-Man band-aid on because I cut my finger yesterday and my son wanted me to wear a Spider-Man one, so here we are. Doesn't give me spidey senses or anything, so that's unfortunate.
Julia, not out of like make content for me originally, she wasn't saying that to us. It later kind of turned into that because she asked Julia to take down her videos on her, and Julia had to like send her a really long message about like why that was inappropriate of her to ask and why she wouldn't be doing that.
Good on Julia, ready to glare, standing her ground, keeping her videos up. That's what she wanted to do. Good job. That's why Shannon is jealous.
But it's a whole kerfuffle. But like, if Julia actually said like, no, Gabby did do that, I'm gonna be pissed because that means he lied to me. Gabby lied. Like, this whole thing sucks. This sucks.
It sucks, but for some reason you keep inserting yourself in things. Stop inserting yourself in things, Shannon. That's why it sucks, because you suck.
I hate everything.
I hate everything. Oh.
But also, Rachel was really weird to me, personally. Like, Rachel. But then Hella Leash and her friend made like a video calling me a bitch and a cunt and all this stuff. And Rachel supported the video. And I was just like, what the hell? I like bought your dog poetry book and I bought like, I've been, like, we've talked before, so I don't know what you're doing. It was just very weird.
So, Hello Leash, I need to look into Hello Leash, by the way. I kind of want to do a deep dive because that community is something else. And a subscriber asked me to do it, so I want to look into that as well. Let me know if you want that down below anyway. So, she went to say I was a fan. And then she, like, stopped herself and goes, we've talked in the past and we were cool. Okay, if you were like, you can say you're a fan. That's okay. You're allowed to be a fan, Shannon, just because you're big news on YouTube, apparently. Well, you were at the time. Now, that's awkward. But you're allowed to say you're a big fan. And if Rachel agreed with that video, I want to know how she agreed with it. Like, did she go in the comments and say she agreed? I don't know. I have to look into that. But you are a bit of a bitch, though. I'll give you that. But you own that. You're happy with that. Like, that's your stick. You know what I mean? Like, you are a bitch.
It's all weird. The lore is weird. Oh, God. The whole thing with, like, Gabby is that she doesn't have any online friends. And she doesn't have any online friends because she has trust issues about having online friends.
Yes, Gabby does have trust issues because who can blame the girl? And she ain't no walk in the park either, so I guess she's paranoid that people are like her because you know what I mean about Gabby. We don't need to go into too much about Gabby, but she has trust issues. So you're going to go and spill all of her information when you claimed you were friends for a few weeks and have had 4-hour phone calls. She's obviously confided in you about things and talked to you about things, and now you're spilling it all over the internet. Like to Camilla and Julia, I'm guessing you said something to Creepshow. We know that you've shared unlisted videos or information with Ashley and all this sort of stuff. Like, you're ragging on the girl for trust issues, but literally, like, fulfilling her needing trust issues on the internet. You are an asshat.
And whereas I was like, oh, we're friends, her actions towards me, like, my issue with Gabby is she is not good at being manipulative at all. Like,
That's your issue. She's not good at being manipulative. That's your issue. Wowza. Why? Because you are? Well, you were for a little bit. You can spot it in others because that's who you are.
She tries to manipulate people, but she's really, really bad at it, and she's really, really obvious, which is why when it's like she's doing something, I'm just like, dude, that's so stupid. Like, I had to explain what optics were to her. Homegirl has, or at least she had a publicist months ago. She told me she had one, but like, even still, she doesn't understand, like, how do I say this? Gabby is the type of person who comes to you when their mind is made up about something and they just want to be supported. But I'm also like, I don't think she's well, genuinely. And a lot of her friends are online.
Notice how just a minute ago she said that Gabby doesn't have any online friends because she has trust issues, and now she's saying all of her friends are online. This is the kind of contradictions that she said a lot throughout the DMs with me, and once I went back and started looking, I can't unsee them. It's just so blatantly the way she was lying to me, and this is why I was saying earlier, I don't think we were friends in the first place. She was just using me to try to...
I was literally about to pause it and make a point like that, and Camilla took the words right out of my mouth. So shout out to you, girl. You're so smart. Love it. Anyway, wow. You literally just said she has no friends online, and then you're like, all of her friends are online. And you're upset that she's not manipulative enough. Like it's almost like she wanted to say, well, she's not manipulative enough, but I am. Like, be like me, girl. Be like me. Join us. You know what I mean? Wow. You're a jackass, Shannon.
Manipulate perception on
Commentary creators and other YouTubers. She explodes and vents everything because all of her offline friends don't give a shit about it. So Gabby, you have to remember, like, when Gabby blew up, she blew up from Vine, which is like the most low effort content in the world. Like, if you watch what got her to where she is now, what gave her millions, it's like really shit comedy that is terrible.
Is Shannon like under a bus or like at a tram stop or something? Can you hear all that noise? It's driving me nuts.
And bad, and I just broke that. That's fine, whatever. But like, okay, I just keep breaking things. But like, she didn't.
Well, at least we know that's real about her, with this self-deprecating, annoying, oh my god, I just do dumb things because I'm just so clumsy and I'm just that girl. Oh.
Blow up because she's a smart business person. She blew up because the app promoted her and like she made really good business connections. So like, despite her degree, despite her everything, I am not kidding you, she is one of the... how do I say this? She is not stupid, but she's like dumb about certain things. Like, she's really dumb.
And you know what got you to blow up on the platform? Copying Emily Artful, and with your lying ass, dumb ass, fake ass story time, sweetheart.
About most things. That's mean.
That is mean.
So when you say like, she can't know, like she has to know what to do at this point, she doesn't. She does not. She doesn't have like PR. She doesn't have like a company telling her. She literally thinks, and this is from like hand to God, this is what she told me. She thinks her downfall has been orchestrated by like everyone. So Jessie Smiles, like.
Okay, so she thinks that her downfall has been orchestrated by Jessie Smiles and everybody else. Like, oh, I think we already know this, my love. You're not giving us anything new here, Shannon. You're not some, I don't know. But Shannon, you have said these things too. At least Gabbie Hanna's people are real. It's not a real situation that, you know, but they're actually real people. Like, your people are imaginary. We've got Amy over here that just so you know, that's mum life. But your Amy is as real as my son's Jerry, but don't tell my son that because he'll be upset. But it's true. At least Gabbie Hanna's people are real. Yours are imaginary.
Like, well, Jessie Smiles does have a friend who's like really aggressive with Gabby, like constantly. But she like.
So she's talking about Jen. She's talking about Jen. Jen is next level, just so everybody knows. I feel like Jen needs to calm down on the Twitter. But at least these people are real. Like, I feel like, okay, Gabbie's not thinking clearly here, and, you know, Gabbie can be right sometimes, wrong sometimes. These people reach, sometimes they don't. But at least her people are real.
So Sarah thinks, okay, Jessie Smiles had it out for her for some reason, and
Not
she
for
made up
some
a bunch of
reason.
shit. She doesn't see, like, the fact that, oh no, you did do
Yeah.
stuff wrong in that situation, and there is
So did
stuff that, like,
Yeah.
you should apologize for and you should feel bad about. She doesn't see it like that. She's like, this is all lies and it's all orchestrated against me. I'm not saying she's like,
This is how she is. This is how Shannon is too. This is what Shannon thinks about herself. That everything's just, there's nothing she needs to own up for at all.
stupid in every way, shape, or form, but that is what she thinks. She also thinks that she has been silent, and like that's the big issue. Despite her,
but you have, Shannon,
about everything constantly, and you know,
unless it's tube
silent
stuff
at all. She will say nobody listens to me, and I haven't spoken about any of this, and that's why there's so much false information. And she thinks any criticism of her is like false information. I kid you not. That's genuinely what she believes. I'm also so sorry if like I'm overwhelming you in any way. It's just like, this is something that I haven't talked about with like anyone else. Like, I talked to this with my husband and with Julia, but me and Julia are both like kind of going through mental health stuff, so we don't like rant as much. But like, I can't talk about this with anyone else because my husband is just like, yeah, Gabbie sucks. Why do you talk to her? I'm like, no, man, I don't know.
Alright, well, that's it for now.
So what do you guys think about that? I feel like, okay, so you're saying that that you don't talk to anyone about it, but you literally just said that you spoke to Julia and you spoke to your husband about it. So you did. And this is the thing, she goes to Discord conversations, she goes on her videos, she goes everywhere and just fucking vomits all of her shit out that's half lies, half truth, half whatever, and then just backs up out of there. She's like one of those people, and it drives me up the wall. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think, because that was just me trying to react to that and see what I think and feel about the situation, because I don't know, it just keeps coming out more and more and more. I really hope the quality was good. Let me know what you think. I'm always down to try different stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, send a pigeon, keep the same energy. And thank you so much to my channel members, new subscribers, old subscribers, everybody in between. I love you all so much, and I'm incredibly grateful for you all. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye!